I think cheating is an abomination, okay? And this man has a wife, he has children, these kids are gonna have to watch and see this. They don't look, I would be devastated if I was his wife.
You do have to think about the children and the spouses. We're all laughing about it, but they're all families and stuff.
Coldplay threw a couple on the kiss cam. Turns out they were having an affair? I don't think even Coldplay can fix this.
The story everyone's talking about, the CEO caught on kiss cam at a Coldplay concert, snuggling with his head of human resources. Today, there are serious questions whether they will be forced to leave their jobs. Allison Hall has the latest.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very...
Everyone's joking, but it's not funny. Not when there are kids watching their parents fall apart on social media. This isn't just gossip. It's a wreck unfolding in real time, and now the fallout's hitting home. The clips everywhere. The CEO and the head of HR all smiles on the kiss cam at a Coldplay concert. Now it's not just a viral moment, it's a corporate earthquake. People aren't asking if they'll lose their jobs, they're asking when.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. Andy Byron was the CEO of Astronomer.com. Okay. And the woman, Kristin Cabot, was the head of HR. So, you know, it's a little against HR policy, number one, to be dating your coworker, but especially when your coworker is married with children. And it's very unfortunate. But this is how it came out. And a lot of the internet is going, sorry. I mean, this has birthed a million memes. This is, you know, what to do at a Coldplay concert, or, oh my God, finding out your husband is cheating.
First off, I'd like to start off by saying Chris Martin is a little rat and a snake, and Coldplay is the worst band in human history.
Thought it was over? Think again. Just when the scandal started fading, it exploded all over again, and this time it's not about meetings or kiss cams. It's about blood, family. Because now it's not the media coming for Andy Byron, it's his own people, and they're not holding back. They're leaking everything, one brutal drop at a time.
I could have never guessed that it would be such high-profile individuals in the video. I do feel sorry for their partners and spouses that they had to find out this way.
Coldplay would have moved on?
100%. I think if they acted natural, no one would have thought twice. What a cute couple. I mean, I'm sure people in their inner circle might have caught something, but I definitely wouldn't have posted that video if the reaction wasn't the way that...
Caught in 4K. Right there at a Coldplay concert, the CEO leans in close toward his head of HR. That kiss cam? It didn't just catch a moment, it lit the fuse. What looked like harmless flirting? Turns out it was the tip of something way bigger. The fallout? Nationwide. The damage? Just getting started.
He's married with teenage children. Kristin Cabot has been divorced for 3 years. She was hired just 8 months ago. And now that 15 seconds of video is having a devastating impact on both of...
Oh, it gets worse. Way worse. The internet didn't break this story, his daughter did. Teenager. Group chat. Boom. Private messages and call logs dumped on a whistleblower site in hours. One message hit hard. Mom's been crying for weeks. Kristin's name shows up on his phone every night. The man's married. He's got a teenage son. And Kristin? She's been divorced 3 years and only joined the company 8 months ago. Now, a 15-second concert clip just detonated their lives. But that's not all. Another leak dropped. His daughter recorded him whispering, "I miss you, Kristin." Then came the final punch. He called her star stuff. That alone should come with handcuffs.
Priceless, you know, or cost of a ticket.
Yeah.
Cost of a divorce. Oops.
I do feel bad for the family.
Oh my gosh, of course.
Right.
His wife has immediately took the family, it took his name off her page, shut down her social media. Her social media until then, it was a big family portrait.
The family photo? Gone. Just a blank page where love used to be. That smiling portrait? Wiped clean. Then came the 9-year-old. He told a friend clear as day, "Daddy made mommy cry over that girl at the concert." That line hits harder than any headline. And Megan? She didn't say a word, but she moved like a sniper. Unfollowed Andy. deleted every photo. Then she dropped a black screen on Instagram. Loyalty is no joke. Karma is no joke. It vanished fast, but not before it went viral. And now the silence is louder than any scream. And yeah, word is, she's just getting started. Meghan's not done. Word is, she's in talks with a major streaming platform, ready to drop a tell-all podcast in her own voice. No spin, no filters, just truth, raw and personal. She's sick of being background noise in Andy's meltdown. But it's not just the marriage going up in flames. A former employee hit Reddit with a bombshell. This wasn't Andy's first office fling. Back in 2021, he was tight with a VP of Ops, fired later. But before that, trips together, same burner phone. Seriously, what is it with this guy and secret phones? Now here's where it gets official. Andy's claims, debunked. And Astronomer.com isn't playing cleanup. They've confirmed he's on leave. Founder Pete DeJoy just stepped in as interim CEO. Their statement? Crystal clear. Leaders set the standard. No excuses. So yeah, it's not just a family collapse anymore. Careers are crashing too. Kristin's been divorced. But this isn't her first dance with Andy. They've crossed paths before, worked together way before the kiss cam. And then it all went down. Meanwhile, Meghan found something that hit harder than any Instagram post. Andy's burner phone, hidden in the glove compartment of her Tesla. And inside, secrets, a fake email, shady hotel reservations, and yeah, love poems. One subject line, constellations and coffee. Seriously. This isn't a rom-com, Andy. This is a disaster. But the creepiest rumor is that an employee claims to have recorded a conversation between Andy and Kristin in which they discussed how to avoid violating HR policies on paper. If that recording exists, it could be a case of corporate misconduct and a premeditated cover-up.
Listen, there's been a bunch of statements that have come out so far. What we know is that they are fake from Andy Byron. However, Astronomer.com has put out a statement and they've said that he is now on leave. The Pete DeJoy, the founder, is now taking over as interim CEO. And they added that, quote, our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability. End of quote.
So a lot of fallout, not just with the family, but professionally as well.
Oh, absolutely. Now, listen, Kristin has gone through a divorce, but apparently the two have known each other and worked together.
Kristin had full access. Calendar, investor calls, private Slack channels. She even deleted meeting notes and rerouted calls to her personal Zoom. All for security? Yeah, right. But the real bombshell came with a leaked memo. A list of employees who signed NDAs after witnessing inappropriate behavior. And guess what? They were paid to keep quiet. Major hush money. And don't forget the LinkedIn message. And baby, they're flirty. Or the 2019 text. I always work magic with smart CEOs. Was this scandal brewing for years? People are asking. And then came the video. The Coldplay moment? It wasn't a coincidence. Turns out the affair wasn't the only thing keeping the family apart. Andy's oldest son? He skipped his father's retirement dinner. When asked why, he said, he's not someone I can look up to anymore. That line hit hard. And of course, the cousin posted it online, then deleted it. Too late. The screenshot hit Twitter in seconds. And now, the Byron kids are living in Maine with Meghan. Andy? He's holed up in a rented house in Boston. Oh, and those gifts he sent? Sent back unopened. The neighborhood's talking too. Meghan's seen hauling trash bags at 2 a.m., walking the dog alone, eyes on the ground. But here's the kicker. Meghan hired a private investigator and they found something big. Financial irregularities, corporate fraud, backdated contracts, invoices from shell companies in the Cayman Islands. This story just went from bad to criminal. Meanwhile, Kristin's gone dark. No posts, no comments. Some say she's hiding in upstate New York. Others say she's working on her exit with a crisis manager. Either way, she's gone cold. Kristin's social media is a disaster. Reddit sleuths dug up an old Twitter account where she's following pages full of cheating inspiration. One tweet? Sometimes true love comes after the first vow. This isn't romance, it's desperation. Meanwhile, Astronomer's leadership is scrambling. They've started erasing everything. Dozens of investor calls and meetings? Gone. All deleted. Why? Lawyers, probably. But the silence isn't going to last. Former employees are starting to speak up. The storm's brewing, and soon everyone will hear the TRAR receipts, screenshots. A class action lawsuit is coming fast. Meanwhile, the media's all over Meghan. Page 6, E! News, even a Real Housewife is reportedly offering help for an endorsement deal. Meghan? She's on the verge of turning from betrayed wife to full-blown icon of reinvention. Some say it was a setup. Coldplay's PR tipped off. Meghan orchestrated it all. One thing's for sure, it worked. Andy Byron thought he could play both roles, CEO by day, mistress by night. But he never saw this coming, exposed by his own kids, wife, neighbors, and employees. All in a single week. Youth. This wasn't just a fall. It was a free fall, straight down to the ground. And trust me, this is only the beginning. The kiss. Cam caught the moment, but the leaks? They're still flooding in. And if Meghan's podcast drops? Oh boy, that might just be the final nail in Andy's coffin. Now I've got to ask you, what do you think really went down here? Did Andy's daughter leak the recordings, or did someone at the company use the family to get back at him? And Kristin, do you really think she loves him, or was it all about power? And Meghan, should she drop that tell-all podcast or keep it quiet? Would you listen if she dropped the receipts? The voice recordings, the texts, the love poems? Man, I'd be first in line with popcorn. Please subscribe, like, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm reading every single one. If today's story had your jaw on the floor, smash that like button. If you're all about the chaos, the scandals, and the stories they never want you to hear, hit that subscribe button. Buckle up. The next scandal might just shatter everything. Thanks for watching.